all the jokes on the Wendy Williams Show. Let's give it up for Helena Witt.
Hi. Well, he got that a little wrong. Let's hear it for Tony and John so far. What happened was Joan Rivers told my jokes on the Johnny Carson Tonight shows. That's what that happened. And then Wendy Williams, I made her laugh and I was on her show 3 times. So that's the acknowledgement. Thank you. But here's the bad news. Joan Rivers had me sign a contract. 6 pages. It said, I will never say these jokes ever again. They belong to her. So then sadly, what happened? She passed away. My brother said, hey, you can tell those jokes. No, her lawyer's still alive. He gave me the contract. Now that I've made everyone sad. No, really. I'm a retired New York City school teacher. Thank you. And I know he taught at college and all, nobody applauded, but my friend over here and I can attest that we taught in a really tough school in New York City. And anything I say is going to be true, and she could testify. There'll be a question and answer part at the end. Yeah. So when I was teaching, the mayor used to say, like, give these lectures to teachers at these big conventions. No matter what happens in the classroom, everything is a teachable moment. Turn it into a lesson. Yeah, great, I'm 5 feet tall, I'm breaking up a fight, and this kid goes, he choked me terrible. I said, stop. This is a teachable moment. You're using your adverbs incorrectly. He didn't choke you terrible. He choked you terribly. Thank you. See, you're using your adverbs correctly. And then I was teaching measurement, and in our school, they never gave you the teachers money for supplies. So when I was teaching measurement, I went home, I brought in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watcher scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding. Would they have me on a show like this? I never went to Weight Watchers. But my school was interesting because, like, famous people went to our school. This lady from Fox 5 News, Carol Jenkins, went to our school. And then 2 NFL stars graduated from the school. And the ATM bandit went to the school, but he didn't graduate. Another kid who didn't graduate comes to school. He's all excited. He usually could care less. And he says, teacher, teacher, I have the word of the day and show and tell all in one. Glock, G-L-O-C-K. But I didn't call the cops because he spelled it right. I sent him on to 3rd grade. When we were young, we used to read these books called the Dick and Jane Reader books. Anybody? Yeah. Okay, so you know what they're like. Run, spot, run, see, spot, run. But when I was teaching, I had to teach like this. Run, spot, run, Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull, run, teacher, run. And those were the 12th graders. But I'm, like Jan, I'm glad I'm not teaching anymore because the way the readers would go now would be Jane's got a dick, run, spot, run. Yeah, I gotta keep up with the times. See, when my friends knew me, I was a clean comic. Now look at me, trying to get booked in these cool clubs. But anyway, so because I'm getting older, I love getting older. I just love it. I mean, at Wendy's, you know how much I paid for the coffee in Green Acres the other day? $0. I didn't have to pay for coffee. I go in the subway, swipe, I get half price. So I love getting older, and the thing I love the best is I'm losing my hair, but you can't tell I'm losing my hair because I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. And that helps when you fall and you can't get up. You know, I went to Woodstock 50 years ago, and then I went to Woodstock 50 years later this last summer in Delaware. I'm very proud of that, to go to Woodstock twice. Sometimes people cry, that's okay. Oh, did you fight in the war in Iraq? No, I went to Woodstock twice. You know, you don't have to clap for that. But things changed. You know, at the tent in Woodstock the first time, it was for bad acid trips. Sir, I'll tell you what that is. Bad acid trips, that's like we used to take hallucinogenics, and that's a drug. Anyway, so the tent was for bad acid trips, but the tent this time at Woodstock was for bad acid indigestion. And the rock stars were the same 50 years later. I mean, we had trouble climbing up this step. Paul's singing Maybe I'm Amazed, Paul McCartney, 50 years later. I'm amazed that I even made it up to the stage. They had to wait the 3 years. Anyway, so Bob Dylan was wearing a hat, but I didn't know it was Bob Dylan. It looked like my Aunt Esther B. Greenbaum there. So he's singing, blowing in the wind. I don't see him on the stage. He's almost finished. Where's Bob Dylan? That's not my Aunt Esther B. Greenbaum. He doesn't play the guitar anymore. He plays an organ. So I'll leave you with this. You know, I'm a school teacher. That's okay. You're a waitress. You have a job to do. Yeah. Let's hear it for the wait staff tonight. I just want to finish with this one. When I first went to Woodstock, we had a VW bus, and the sign on it said, "Don't come a knockin' if this bus is a rockin'." But this time in Delaware, it said, "Don't come a fussin' till I've had my Robitussin." Thank you very much.